Hello, Habari, Watta here, and right now I am in my kitchen. So this video is just going to be a follow-up to my video last year on how I became a travel writer. And yeah, I'm just going to share with you tips on how to pitch to editors, because that's a very vital step in getting your stories accepted, making money, freelancing, building a name for yourself as a journalist or a writer in whatever lane you want that to be in, whether it's sports, fashion, beauty, politics, or travel like me. Okay, maybe not politics, just lifestyle stuff. Let's keep it fluffy, please. While I'm filming this video, I'm also going to be making lunch, and it's nothing fancy. I'm really just trying to survive out here, bro. It's like 4 p.m, haven't had lunch yet. And what I'm making, so I have my ingredients laid out here. I have some black beans. I usually meal prep for like the week. I don't know why Jahi black beans has been getting like such a bad rep on Twitter, on Kenyan Twitter. I'm like, I love it. So usually I need to have at least a protein, and that for me will be like black beans or chickpeas or chicken or like goat meat or cream cheese from Browns, something like that, and then a whole bunch of vegetables. Let me show you like the rest of it. And yeah, the reason I'm eating healthy is because, like, listen, I recently weighed myself. I actually bought a scale and realized like I am seriously overweight. Okay, not seriously, but like I'm obese. I could die. And yeah, I'm just trying to combat that by eating healthy whenever I can, because when I travel then it gets harder, but when I'm at home then it's easy to control. So to just quickly run through the ingredients I have laid out here, I have mushrooms. These are some leftovers. I love mushrooms for their earthy flavor. Love them. I have some French beans, some carrots, a courgette. I have this coconut oil from Cane Taste, which is what I use to cook. I mean, it's healthier, but it also has like that, it adds that coconut flavor to food, which I love. I have a sweet potato. You gotta have some carbs. I have an onion. I have a red cabbage. I'm not going to be using all of it, just a bit. And then I have some seeds. This is sunflower seeds. And then for spices, I have chili, garlic, turmeric, and some pasty. So yeah, let's get to it. So I'll just start by picking my sweet potato. So number one, one thing that people usually get wrong is you don't really need to know you don't need to personally know an editor. You don't need anyone to really put you in touch, although like sometimes that could help. But really, just read publications, read the publication you want to write for, and get the contact of the editor. It's usually in the editorial page. So just get that email and yeah, get in touch. Do not send your CV. Like, if I'm being honest, myself and other editors that I know, we never really look at CVs unless, I mean, we've advertised for an in-house position that you're interested in applying for, then there's a place for your CV. But otherwise, as a contributor, as a potential freelancer, I'm really just interested in seeing like writing samples. So attach writing samples or send links to 3 previously published articles of yours, right? That's more relevant to me because I need to see your writing style and need to see like your voice, see your strengths as well, because a magazine has different columns. I need to see where to place you. I need to see where to place you. I need to see that you're really able to deliver on this, especially if it's a first time. I've never worked with you before. I need to know if you're really able to deliver on this article that you're really able to follow through on this pitch that you've sent me and that I like. You can have 2 or 3 sentences about yourself, right? So include, for instance, my name is so and so, I'm really interested in travel and writing and photography, and you can mention I studied at blah blah blah, although for me that's not really relevant because there are people that never really study to be writers but are like absolutely brilliant. I've written for BBC Travel or Nation, or I have this blog. As if you've never been published before, start with a blog. Let someone see your writing skills before they like commission a piece from you. Let me check on that. More water. Safe. So this cooking while filming thing isn't easy. Like, kudos to food bloggers. Kaluri, Mindy, like, insert clapping emoji here to you guys. Like, the disasters I've had in this kitchen behind the scenes so far. Just to reference 2 actual pictures that I got just to demonstrate this further. Is one, I got an email, and this is a story that ran in the December issue of Nomad. So this person writes in and they're like, hey, I'm going snowboarding on I'm going snowboarding at one of the peaks of the Renzores. Would you be interested in a story on this for your dispatch column? First of all, the subject is really interesting. It's something we haven't really done before. I'm definitely going to say yes to that pitch, just from like a novelty aspect for our publication. And then 2, this person mentioned a specific column that they think this would be a fit for, meaning they do read the magazine and they have like some sort of understanding about what it is that we do. They're not just like hawajaribu tu kubahatisha, you know, they're not just sending like random emails to everyone. They're like, they've actually gone through the publication I edit, and for me that's always a plus. So even if I don't accept that specific pitch, if I've gone through the articles and like their writing style and know that they can deliver, even if I don't accept the initial pitch, next time I'm thinking of getting a writer for a particular story, then they're already top of mind because they're already familiar with the magazine and what it is. So one thing that always comes in handy if you're pitching a story is if you're able to provide images as well. And yeah, because sometimes say you've pitched about a destination that we don't necessarily have photographers in, or are not able to send out a photographer to, or if it's a trip that you already went to, you should be able to provide good quality images to go along with this story. So that just saves us time. I mean, sometimes we do have images in our bank that we could use, or maybe we can use stock images, which we have done on occasion, but it really just helps if you're able to provide photos. Photography equipment, and like a camera it's just a tool of the trade. Like you do need to, it helps to have one. You don't need to, but it just helps, puts you a step above the competition, if I do say so myself. Another thing to remember is that, listen, if your story is not accepted, it's nothing personal. Like I have editor friends that I've like even worked with before and sometimes I'll still pitch a story and they're like, I know, and that can be for various reasons. Maybe the story just doesn't fit, it's not what they're looking for at that time, yada yada, whatever their reasons, it's not personal. So don't take it personally. Don't let that stop you from pitching either. If you have a different story idea that you think would be a great fit, then by all means do send the email. You need to be able to answer the question, why you, and what's interesting or unique or new about your story. I mean, if it's writing about Mombasa, it's been written about so many times, so what are you bringing to the table? What's going to be unique or different about your story, you know? 5 things to do in Mombasa. Everyone knows 5 things to do in Mombasa and can easily Google. But if on the other hand you went to this remote village in Mombasa and someone invited you to their home and you tried some Swahili foods and they used spices you've never heard of before and cooking techniques you've never really tried before or seen anywhere else, I mean, that's, you can build a story out of that. Editor is probably receiving several pitches about that same destination or that same quote or that same person. And for me, for instance, I don't really like running interviews on, you know, usually when you're reading newspapers and magazines, there's the same faces, the same people that are being, you know, featured every now and then. But if it's actors, there are new actors that are coming up. If it's stylists, if it's musicians, there's like new people that are coming up. So pitch me something interesting. This is so good. If I do say so myself. I'm not having a seizure, I swear. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for this video. If you still have any more questions, maybe leave them below and I'll answer every single comment below that has to do with this video and how to pitch. Good luck with pitching and writing and getting your stories accepted, and bye.